Howdy, and welcome to the Lost Rider podcast. It's an honor and privilege to address you in the capacity of an interviewer, reporter, and media member. Too many modern media outlets have forgone the integrity and responsibility required of credible information sources. What you will receive here are straightforward discussions with legislators, agency leaders, biologists, engineers, doctors, and countless other experts that have the answers to questions often circulated as kitchen table issues. The title Lost Rider may be thought of literally as well as in the metaphorical sense. While there has been the instance that I was momentarily a little turned around at night in a wilderness area, the idea of being a lost rider in life, well, that fits most folks at some time. These renderings are coming to you in the form of the 25-year-old radio program, The News from the Camp House. It still airs every Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m. Central Time on KULM 98.3 FM out of Columbus, Texas. The original intent was to relate outdoor topics to the general public. Immediately, it was found that all issues are relatable to the outdoors and that people are people. They all play a role and they all have a vested interest. It's this program's desire to answer common questions about how the world works, how it will operate in the future, and what's the holdup. So please listen, enjoy, and never hesitate to contact us with more questions and feedback. Good morning and welcome to this weekend's edition of News from the Camp House, the listening post of the Texas Sportsman Association. This is Herman Brune, and this weekend's edition is also brought to us by the Shaw's Bend Social Club, the country club for folks who don't have a country club. All right, I've got a couple of special guests that we're going to have with us this morning. Miss Christina Wilson and Charlotte Hartley. Yes. Charlotte Hartley. Okay, and both of you young ladies are from Florida.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
All right. Now, y'all work together?
No. Well, yes, now, yeah. I guess now.
Now you do.
Now we do.
Okay. All right. And Miss Christina, you're a biologist.
Yes.
Okay.
Wildlife biologist.
All right. You're a wildlife biologist working in the Keys.
Yes, the Florida Keys. Manage 6,000 acres of an island chain in Florida. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. And, oh my, Herman, did you not turn your cell phone silent?
No.
You got two ladies here, and you don't turn your phone down.
Attention to us.
Oh, and I'm a professional wild woman, so there you go.
All right. Well, Charlotte, what's your role in all this?
Well, all of this. Well, I own a merchandise company called Florida Mammothicial, and my t-shirt designs are a mix of retro illustrations and Florida wildlife. And I have been filming with Christina for the past year. We've done a couple of different things together. So that's how we become close friends.
All right, y'all, television.
Yes. So I'm a wildlife biologist, but I'm also a host on a couple different channels. That is the Discover Florida channel, okay, as well as Brave Wilderness, which is the largest YouTube wildlife channel where a gentleman by the name of Coyote Peterson gets stung and bit by some of the most dangerous animals on the planet Earth, okay, but really just showcasing that these animals are misunderstood. And recently I started my own show called Florida Wild Woman, where I go all over Florida and get to meet all the wild, wacky people, as well as the amazing, beautiful wildlife and the cultures, food, and, you know, hopefully I drink some dangerous stuff and eat some funky stuff and meet some interesting people.
I'm the interesting person. I'm the wacky person she's talking about. That's how we met.
All right. Well, okay, now you said, Charlotte, you said you're in St. Augustine.
I'm in St. Augustine. So I'm in North Florida. I'm about 7 hours away from Christina.
Which is too far.
Too far.
All right. So how do y'all commute? How do y'all manage that?
We just plan little trips and things together, just like this. We both rode to Orlando and flew out of Orlando together to come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I say that she's my muscle.
Okay.
I keep the bad guys away.
No, she's one of the most gorgeous women on the planet, so she's probably attracted more weirdos, which I love, so it's totally fine.
All right, now tell me, repeat what you said a minute ago about the fashion stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so my clothing brand, I was always an art kid, so I always loved art. I grew up drawing and painting. And in 2020, I wanted to find a way to take everything that I've done thus far in life and just blend it all together. So for 2 years, I toured doing hair and makeup for a pinup photographer. So I really fell in love with the 1950s, 60s, and 70s aesthetic. And my designs on my merchandise are a mix of pinup girls with like alligators and snakes and different things from Florida, raccoons, possums, things of that nature. I grew up in Florida. My family is one of the first families that got a land grant from the King of Spain to stay. They were originally from England. And so long line of being a native, and I grew up hunting snakes with my dad, fishing, doing all the fun Florida outdoors activities.
Okay, wait a minute. The hunting snakes thing, I thought that was relatively new.
No. I mean, I've been doing that since a young girl. My dad would actually catch snakes for the alligator farm and for Gatorland. And he was doing that when he was, before he met my mother. He said back then that he would get $4 a foot for the snakes.
But those are native snakes.
Native snakes, not the pythons.
Now we have a non-native problem, but her and her family grabbed native snakes.
Native snakes.
What natives besides moccasins?
Well, he would catch some of the venomous ones, the moccasins. Occasionally we come across some coral snakes. Huh. But just like the rat snakes for like the pet shops, he would catch those too and sell them to the pet shops. He said he made enough money to buy his box wine and some gas to get him to the next day. I was actually telling Christina that my mom told me a story that when they were supposed to get married, my dad got cold feet, and she knew that morning when she woke up that he wasn't going to be there because the radio, his little yellow radio that he would take with him while he would go snake hunting, was gone. So instead of getting married to my mom, he went out hunting snakes for the day. But they ended up making it work, obviously. So, yeah.
All right, no, well, that's all good stuff. That's good stuff. So, but your family has always been around St. Augustine.
My dad's side. My mom is actually Native American and from a tribe that we found out the tribe's name, but she's from Virginia. And she came down to Florida when she was 30 and then met my dad while she was cocktail waitressing. So the rest is history.
Well, no, this just keeps getting better. So, I mean, your mom's Native American.
She is. She's brown skin, and my brother and I came out blonde hair, blue-eyed, the only two in the entire family. My dad's what we call Menorcan. That's from this Spaniard descent. So my dad is olive-toned with green eyes, but my mom's brown skin with brown hair and brown eyes. And then, yeah.
But your dad's Spaniard.
Of Spaniard descent, and also German and England too. So somewhere down the line,
she sucked up all the German right here.
Yeah, or there's blonde hair and blue-eyed people in Spain too. So who knows where it came from? Yeah.
Charlotte's 5'9", blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's there. No, I mean all you have to do is go down to Mexico City, and I mean you'll see all this. Yeah. I interviewed a lady years ago. And I forever and ever thought, hell, she owned a Mexican restaurant. I forever and ever thought she was a Mexican. And she explained to me that her grandfather was a Greek sailor, her grandma was a Mexican. They lived in Mercedes, Texas. They moved to Mexico City and had her father, who met their mother, whose parents were both Greek.
Wow.
So after she told me her story, I said, well, yeah. And after she told me her story, I said, well, hell, you're Greek. I said, you're not Mexican. You're 3/4 Greek. And she goes, no, I was born in Mexico City. I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
And her last name was Cronus. And of course, she looked at me like I was just dumb as a post because I said, I couldn't think of that. I would have never thought. I just always naturally assumed she was Mexican.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, my name's Cronus. And I'm going, yeah, so what? She goes, oh, you dumbass. She goes, that's short for Chroniopolis.
Definitely agree.
And so you knew it was Greek. All right, wait a minute. Now, okay, we were talking about catching snakes, which has never been my favorite thing at all. I didn't mind killing them, but I didn't like catching them. I didn't like seeing them, first of all, because I can't see one without jumping.
That's pretty funny.
I'm scared of snakes.
I've
like
heard
snakes.
more men being afraid of snakes than women. Isn't that kind of funny?
I don't know what it is, but I will kill the hell out of it.
We need snakes. Snakes are important.
Oh,
they are, a beautiful, beautiful creature that helps our biodiversity. But in Florida, we now have an exotic snake, a gargantuous Burmese python that has come into our native areas because of the pet trade. So it is a major problem, and they are eating everything in the food chain, from the smallest animals to the biggest animals like alligators and deer. So, So what we showed you was some video and pictures of myself and my lovely friend Charlotte here going and hopping on an airboat in the beautiful Everglades and catching by bare hand a 6-foot Burmese python.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. What'd you do with it?
Well, I gave it over to a gentleman by the name of Python Cowboy, because why not? He is a gentleman that is born and raised in Florida, and he's just a gladesman. That's what we call him. But man that lives off the land, but he will humanely kill the snake and use every part of that snake, the skin, the meat, maybe even the oils from the snake. So I handed that sucker off to him to do that. But there are folks and contractors in Florida that do kill these snakes, and I'll either hand them over to the state for some money, or they will kill them themselves and basically sell the skins and use the oils for other things.
Huh. All right, I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break and thank the folks who let us come on here every Saturday morning. We'll be right back. Thank goodness for all the great sponsors we have here at News from Camp House. H-E-B Food Stores. That's Stephen Tice at H-E-B. He helps me. He helps the community. He's a great man. I'm so thankful H-E-B loosened him up, lets him go around and sponsor a few things. H-E-B's got all your food needs. It's the greatest food store we got here in Columbus. Thank goodness for H-E-B. First State Bank. You go over to the First State Bank, they'll take care of all your loans, all your deposits, your savings, anything you need. Bunch of great hometown people over there. You got Celia Tobias, John Pollock. Everybody over there is looking out for you. Miss Barbara Barta. It's a great bunch of folks at the First State Bank is also sponsoring News from the Camp House. First State Bank takes care of all my business. Baumgart Agency, Susan Baumgart at the Baumgart Agencies, her and Germania. She told me to plug Germania. Germania is an insurance that she likes everybody to know about. The Baumgart Agencies. Miss Susan and I are classmates, being classmates. She got me out of high school, sat right beside her, put us in alphabetical order where I could copy. And Susan Baumgart over at the Baumgart Agency, taking care of all your insurance needs. Lyco Realty, one of the original sponsors of News from the Camp House. Lyco Realty, the oldest real estate company in the county, and for the last 3 years voted the favorite realtor in the county. Lyco Realty, that's Miss Kimberly Johnson. That's Crockett's granddaughter. More kinfolks and classmates and great people from Colorado County. People from Colorado County helping people from Colorado County. That's great. Oh, thank goodness for all these wonderful people come to me want to be sponsors for News from the Camp House. Good morning and welcome to the second half of this week's News from the Camp House. We're sitting here this morning with Miss Christina Wilson and Charlotte. What was your last name?
Hartley.
Hartley. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't remember 5 minutes.
I can't
All right.
either.
That's okay. So I'm sitting here with Christina and Charlotte, and we're talking about snakes. What the hell else would you talk about?
Right.
All right. Young ladies are both from Florida. Miss Christina is a biologist, wildlife biologist, and Miss Charlotte is an artist.
You could say that.
Okay.
You
Well,
can say that,
okay. She does a lot of stuff. Anyway, they work together now, and I'm going to let you explain that a little bit further about the working together part.
Yes, so I love to film in Florida, and I met Charlotte through social media like most folk do now.
Mm-hmm.
And she was telling me about her she's a pinup model.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like to say that she's a pinup model, but she is a pinup model. And she has this huge pinup community of all these amazing women who love to get dressed up, in these different eras. And Charlotte will take them out onto paddle boards out on these beautiful springs in Florida, one of these gorgeous, like crystal clear rivers and springs. And I thought that was so cool. I said, oh, you know what I want to do? I want to film that. I want to film these gorgeous women in these like leopard and tiger print bikinis rolling down the Rainbow River on paddleboards. And that is what we did. We ended up filming a really beautiful episode out in Florida on this beautiful spring, and just the women enjoying nature, but still wanting to look good.
Yeah, I like to enjoy nature. Yeah.
We did have a lot of people watching from the shoreline, that's for sure. And we pulled into I think a gator bar or something like that along the way, and we had a lot of people staring at us. I was in tiger print, but I had them, as a wildlife biologist, I'm covered head to toe in long sleeve and big wide brim hat because I'm getting tore up by bugs and plants and all that. But for this episode, I had the pinup models transform me into a pinup. And so you watch this transformation from me going from a wildlife biologist into a pinup model in a tiger print and leather outfit. So it's pretty interesting.
Well, it beats the hell out of talking about snakes.
It was a lot of fun, just because I had that experience of doing pinup hair and makeup. It was fun to transform Christina into a little 1950s girl.
And then I fell in the water.
I think you jumped in the water intentionally.
No, at the very end, I got bumped. I got bumped from behind, and I fell in the water, and so the makeup still held. Not the hair, though. So I went back to the wild woman I am with lipstick. So
Well, okay, wait a minute. Everybody's on paddle boards. Sooner or later, everybody goes in the water, don't they?
No. I mean, if you're not good at paddleboarding.
Actually, no, there was another gal that did. There was another
Did she
gal.
fall?
She fell.
Yeah, I didn't end up in the water.
No.
But it's a choice.
I did not choose to fall in the water. I just want to say that.
Okay.
But it made for really.
Jumped from a tree.
It made for really great TV. And you know what? Where I fell was right before we got to this rope swing. And so I climbed up onto this kind of like, what was it? Like a makeshift dock that had a rope swing between two cypress trees. So it's like, setting the scene. And climbed up there. I'm all wet. I'm in this tiger print, outfit with my leather boots on and leather hat. And I'm just giving it to you for your viewers right now. And and I haven't swung from a rope in a long time, and it was a very skinny branch. And I was like, is this thing gonna hold this wild woman? But luckily it did, and I flew off this this rope swing, and it was an epic shot for the episode. And that's kind of how it all ended. But
okay, so where do we got to start watching television?
that has not aired yet. But if you want to start following myself, I'm Instagram Christina Wild Wilson. And then my professional one is Florida Wild Woman, and then my YouTube is Florida Wild Woman. So they will be airing on that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. But now, Charlotte, you're the one that put this bunch together.
I did. I'm good at doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking this is something along the line of I'm not sure. Yeah. Like the ladies who get the boudoirs.
Kind of, yeah. So what I did when I was on tour was the women that would book the photographer and I, they were everyday women that just wanted to be transformed into a 1950s girl. And then, so I would do their hair and makeup, and then we would shoot them with a classic car or a set. And we would build 2 sets and travel with 2 sets a year and change those sets up. So that's kind of how I developed my community. And I got a lot of women that started following me because of that. And then so now I'll do an annual pinup contest once a year, which Christina came and helped judge my last pinup contest. And we had over, I think, 40 girls register for it from all over the state. And they came and dressed up in their best 1950s inspired outfits with the Florida twist.
Huh.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
So what's the qualifications for being a judge?
You're on. You want to be next year? You can come on down to Florida.
I'd just hike on over there. Not a problem. All right. Let me. Okay. With all this stuff and this is tourism stuff. Do y'all work with any of the chambers?
I have, yeah. So in the Florida Keys, I did film a couple specials for the Florida Keys for different things that folks can do when they come down to the Florida Keys. So one special is called Island Hopping the Florida Keys, and then another special is called Only in the Florida Keys. So all the amazing things you can do in the Florida Keys. Diving, scuba diving, where you can eat, boating, fishing, all of that.
Okay, now here comes a question. I'm going to show you how dumb I am and how, just because I refuse to learn a few things.
Yes.
Okay, y'all both have Instagram?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, so y'all are both on Instagram. Now, do y'all qualify? Does that make y'all what everybody calls influencers? Is that a bad question?
No, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's I don't know.
It's weird to call yourself an influencer, but people have definitely referred to me as that, and Christina as well. But I don't like to say it. It feels very weird to say. But,
I don't like it.
I mean, I guess you could say that.
I just like Wild Woman.
Okay, but the whole point. Let me explain the point of this question is because, I'm chairman of the Texas Outdoor Writer Association. And I've been told that, we need to use influencers. Yes. And to the extent that when we have a conference or our Stampede, I've got supporting members and manufacturers asking me most recently how many influencers are going to be there. Right. And I don't even know what they're talking about.
So it's people with a social media following, So that's basically about it.
All right. Well, do y'all get paid? Do y'all get a sponsorship from any types of manufacturers, chambers, anything like that?
I've definitely partnered with definitely different companies who have sent me things, or med spas, or just I've had random different companies reach out and offer me products to review or services in exchange for highlighting them on my Instagram. So yes.
And same thing, but like how these folks are telling you to do that. At this point in time, if you're trying to reach a younger generation, Instagram and other platforms like TikTok and I think those are pretty much 2 major ones to get folks that are younger and to but like when you look at the logistics of certain things, you can see age groups that people are looking at you, and which is kind of interesting that it breaks down if you go into like these little things that Instagram has for you, these little tools. You can look at the age group of folks looking at your Instagram and if they're male or female. and stuff like that. So if you're but like, let's say you're trying to get more folks in, which ours is, there's a lot of male that are looking at ours, but
bunch of dirty old guys.
but there's a lot.
Mine's 60% women, 40% men, because I recently checked.
Yeah,
I'll be darned.
so yeah, I mean, we actually have a lot of women that follow us too, which is great. And but for your association, you can target folks that are interested in that. So if there are people that want to know more about whatever it is that you guys are pushing, whether that's conservation, or a law, or pulling a bill through politically, you guys can target that push to this audience through these algorithms on social media like Instagram or TikTok. So it is beneficial in that sense. So when people say influencers, it's like a weird word, but yes, are we influencing people to do certain things on my platform? You call it a platform. I hope to influence women and men to get into the great outdoors, and be their authentic selves, to help conservation, wildlife rescue, to appreciate Mother Nature. So that's what if I'm an influencer, that's what I'm hoping to influence.
Okay.
So.
All right. No, it's good stuff. Yeah. All right. No, I appreciate it. All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all being with me this morning. We're out of time, but I thank you, girls.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Folks, I hope you enjoyed it this morning. I found this weekend's edition fun and interesting. Got a little bit of information, learned a little something. All right, now, this weekend's edition was also brought to us by the Shaw's Bend Social Club, country club folks who don't have a country club. Everybody go out, have a big weekend, have a lot of fun. Y'all be safe. And just remember, pretty much any day is sure a good day to be out in the woods.